Cry for me, Argentina. That was better than I thought. Holy shit. I'm going crazy. So funny to me. People complain that I have cat hair on my shirts sometimes. You try living with 3 freaking demons and not having cat hair on you. Try not having cat hair on you. I'm freaking swole, baby! So to start the story time, we're gonna have to jump back to late last year, 2022. I came up with a scheme, a diabolical plot, a plan that would make the world remember me. I'm kidding, it wasn't that dramatic. It was just me buying one of my childhood dream cars and hiding it from my girlfriend for as long as possible. Now, it astonished me how many people were naysayers and told me I couldn't do it, and that she would find out and I would get in trouble. And the truth is, you were wrong. Very wrong. In fact, I've still hidden the car from her because we're not together anymore. And we broke up before she even saw the car. But don't cry for me because I'm with someone else, and I'm actually very, very happy. Happier than I was before, in fact. And that awkward space where a huge shift happened, where this person that I spent the better part of a decade with is now not really in my life anymore. That was kind of a gut punch. It was kind of a, just shock to my system. And it took a little while for me to kind of get my bearings, figure out what I'm going to do day by day, and still keeping the businesses running. But again, I apologize for not being on this channel as much as I should. And some of you guys will recall that there was a whole series of episodes that used to be on this channel that aren't there anymore, and it pertains to my E36 M3 that I purchased and was trying to hide from my now ex. Now, the funny thing is I had to take those episodes down because I mentioned her heavily in that series, and I didn't think it would be fair to her or myself to have that content up, talking about someone who's not really part of this cast of characters anymore. But fear not, because I'm going to give you a crash course, soup to nuts, everything we've done to my E36 M3 that I purchased in December of 2022. And again, I apologize for taking down that series of content, but guys, it's very weird having your life online, because even I sometimes forget, like, it's okay to not put everything online. So I felt guilt. I felt massive guilt for taking that content down and not telling you guys everything that happens in my life and what I was going through. But then I remembered, like, you guys don't necessarily want to know all that. So let's just talk about this car. I'm very excited about this build. And for those of you who are new here, boy, just buckle up. And with all that being said, I'm T3, and it's time to drive. So I guess the first thing I should tell you about is that, yeah, in December I bought a 1995 E36 M3 Coupe 5-speed manual with the luxury package in Alpine white with the M Contour wheels, essentially the exact spec that I wanted. We're going to talk about everything I've done to it in a second, and it's actually about to go under the knife. Well, it's actually under the knife right now as we speak. I'll probably have it back tomorrow, but fingers crossed. People will argue about the US versus the Euro spec M3, the E36 specifically, because the Euro version has the ITB, right? The independent throttle body. And the American version didn't, right? We got the neutered version. Well, the first thing I wanted to do was fix that. And instead of throwing a ton of money trying to do a conversion for ITBs in the US engine, right, my S50, I decided to do the next best thing, which was the Schrick camshafts, a tune, a massive AFE intake, and the European Bosch 24-pound fuel injectors. And now I'm putting out just over what the European spec models had. So, yeah. Take that! Take that, Europe! We beat you twice! Back-to-back World War champions. Well, depending on where you are in Europe, I suppose. Because some of the countries were our friends. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and not put that in the episode, actually. Because I'm realizing right now, we weren't just at war with Europe. We were at war with Japan also during the Second World War. You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't know why are we talking about this? I'm not going to put this in the episode.
We put it in the episode.
So the engine has been addressed. It's been massaged, as I like to say, by the experts at Beamer Heads in Santa Clarita. The suspension was upgraded thanks to some Bilstein shocks, some H&R Sport springs, and some white line adjustable sway bars front and rear. The car drives incredibly. It handles very, very nicely. It's very comfortable on the street, but then something changed. I actually got the hookup over at Reaction USA and put on some of their coilovers on my 996 C2, and I drove that once I got it installed, and the thing drives so splendidly, so scrumptiously, that now I'm redoing the suspension on the E36 M3. So again, my buddies over at Reaction USA Coilovers are putting some Reaction coilovers on my E36 M3 in like a few days, and I'm very excited because if it drives anything like my 911 does, then it's going to be the sweetest car ever. But not to get ahead of ourselves, I also did something to the exhaust. Some functional / cosmetic changes I did do. I did the Euro front end, so some yellow headlights, and of course the Euro fog lights. I'm just a sucker, I think, for like amber lights. I don't know, it's a fetish, I guess. I have yellow fever. Wait, no, wait, that we're not putting that in. Just so happens my last 4 girlfriends have been Asian. Oopsies! And as we look at the rear end of the car, I have the DTM adjustable GT EVA wing. It's just so awesome. You can adjust it just by using a simple wrench, and you can get some more downforce or keep it kind of tame. It just looks so aggressive and so cool. And again, it was made for that vehicle, so it's just such a nice, almost OEM plus look. So yeah, that's kind of a rundown of my 1995 E36 M3 Coupe, and we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're still going to be doing stuff with it, and I'm very excited to give you another installment episode when we, you know, look at the coilovers, when we look at just everything that's going into this car. There's a whole lot, and I'm happy to bring you guys along with me, and I apologize for taking a break, and I apologize for taking down some of that content. I hope you understand, and yeah, I will see you on the next episode. In fact, I'm going to be talking about my Land Rover in the next episode, so stay tuned. Love you guys.